Hi, welcome back to another video. The other day I came home after a crazy day at work, and to relax I sat down and pulled out my phone and started browsing Temu to see what Halloween goodness they might have to offer. And I came across this. The perfect fusion of Halloween and peaceful mindfulness. Whoa, but that price? I guess it's probably okay if it's good quality. Wait, it's just 3D printed? You know what? I'm gonna make my own. In fact, since it's exquisite and scary, I'm going to make 2. So I studied the detail images on the items, and I decided one of them I'm going to make 3D printed, and the other one I'm going to make out of wood. So I hopped into modeling software and built this coffin model. I added more detail than theirs had, so I have the little rounded edges with the handles on it. Super simple 3D model. And then I'm going to 3D print this. Now I'm going to make these available for free if anybody wants to download the STLs. If you have a 3D printer and you want to print it yourself, it will be this coffin model along with these tools that I made. They're very simple tools, but I connected bones onto the ends to make them a little bit creepier. So this is a really easy one to do. I just created them in the computer and then I 3D printed them, and I'm basically done with the Zen garden part. I'm going to also 3D print a bunch of little tombstones and trees and stuff to put in the garden. I got those off of the internet, and I will, down in the description below, there will be links to where I got all of those models since other people made them. But the more involved one is going to be the wooden one. So let's take a look at that process. So I spent a lot of time in the computer and figured out all of the parts, laid them out to fit onto 2 12x12 sheets of 1/8" plywood. This will work perfectly in my laser cutter. I'm making these files also available for free, so if you want them, feel free to download them. Even if you don't have a laser cutter, you can still get these images and use them as a pattern to cut out using traditional saws. So feel free to use those. Anyway, I cut out all of these things with my laser, and you'll notice there's quite a few more parts than just the coffin. That's because I wanted to add a place to hold the tools, and so I decided to make that look like a mausoleum. With everything cut out, it was time to just glue it together. I just used some tacky glue to hold it together. Now the walls of the coffin, since this is 1/8" plywood, I wanted them to be a little bit thicker, so I'm actually going to do 2 layers. I'm doing this outer wall that fits on the outside of the bottom piece, and then I'll do an inner wall that fits on the inside. Then I glued together the mausoleum. First the kind of frame of everything, but then there's a lot of detail on the front, and so it's like layers of wood. So I glued those together separately, and then I used these cool little plastic clamps. They're super cheap, and I thought I'd never use them, but they are perfect for this kind of thing. And then I jumped the gun and started to paint it and realized, oh wait, there's all of these gaps in the wood. And so I stopped what I was doing and filled those gaps using some caulking. This is not necessarily the best thing to do because it doesn't sand real great, but I didn't have any like sanding putty, wood putty that you can fill gaps with. But this worked fine in the end. So I just put this on, smeared it out flat, and once it was dry, then I sanded each of the corners and the flats to make sure everything was nice and even. And then I painted it. And yes, this is video of the first time I painted it before I realized I needed the putty, but the process looked exactly the same. Now, since I 3D printed the tools for the 3D printed coffin, for the wooden one, I decided to make those tools out of wood. So I very carefully drilled holes into a dowel. I used smaller dowels for the handles, and for the rake, I used bamboo skewers, but those are really hard to cut because they shatter. So I used my teeny tiny miter box with a utility saw. Then, of course, just glue it together. Again, I'm just using tacky glue. But these wooden tools, although they're cool, they look kind of plain and don't really go with anything. So let's, kind of the way that I added bones to the other one, let's make these cooler by adding bone to them. So I did that by using this translucent Sculpey, and I just put it over the top end of it and then sculpted them into bone shapes. And then I baked it as directed. Now this Sculpey was given to me, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. I thought it was just translucent. But after I baked it, I discovered something really cool. That's right, it glows in the dark. That's pretty awesome. Okay, it's time to paint everything. So here are all my little 3D printed pieces for in the Zen garden. These are actually for the mausoleum, but everything else here will be accessories in there, and they have been primed. And the painting process is going to go similar to the way that I paint tombstones. Check out my tombstone video if you haven't seen that. But the idea is I'm just going to paint layers of washes of color over it. Now, a few pieces, like the trees and the zombie hands, I did paint them with a full base color of a different color first. So we got brown trees, and I'm going to paint the hands green. Okay, now the washes begin. So a wash is, I've just got black acrylic paint in this case, and I've watered it down quite a bit, and I'm just painting this on. And then I will use a paper towel to kind of dab it off. The longer I let the paint sit before I dab it off, the darker it will be. And I do layers of washes. So there's black, there's also burnt umber, sometimes there's some green, and sometimes a little bit of yellow, depending on what I'm doing. So the great thing is that the more you layer it up, the more it feels richer. Again, I've got several videos that show this painting process. And the last step to bring the last bit of detail is dry brushing. So I'm using a very light color, white or something close to white. You paint it, you put it on your brush, then you wipe it off, and then you just very gently rub across the surface, and it will leave a little bit of paint behind just on the high parts, and it just adds a little bit more detail. And then I just went through the exact same process with the sarcophagus piece. I did paint some lighter gray areas because I wanted it to look like there were a few stone blocks in there that were a little bit different. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted because I didn't paint the whole thing as blocks. So I end up covering most of that up in the process. For the doors, I wanted them to look like old bronze. So with a base coat of black, I then dry brushed some metallic bronze paint over it. And then I used some kind of seafoam green that was really watered down and just dabbed that in certain areas, and that looked like the verdigris or the oxidation that happens on bronze. Okay, let's put in some sand. So I've got the 3D printed one here, and I bought 3 different colors of sand. I've got this dark red, I've got black, and then I have white. Now, the one on Temu, if you remember, had this really bright red, and that felt anything but calming to me. So I think one of these 3 is going to be better. Let's try the black first. Okay, it's nice and sparkly. For anyone who's wondering, I use 1 pound of sand. I think it was just the right amount. Those bags that I had came in 2-pound bags. I only used half. So I notice one problem is that the shadows don't really show up well on the black. So it's hard to see the grooves and feel calmness of that. If I change my lighting here so that there's only one light, you can see it a little bit better, but under normal lighting conditions, it's really hard to see the pattern. Let's try the red. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Under normal lighting, I can still see the lines, the grooves. Okay, this is pretty good. So I think here for the 3D printed one, we'll use this red. I like how it's not bright red, but it's still thematic. For the wooden one, the first thing I want to do is just slide the sarcophagus on, and we'll use the white sand. I can already tell the nice contrast of the black and white feels really good. Okay, we've got everything done, so let's finish putting them together and see how they turned out. I had a lot of fun trying to recreate something that already exists. If you have any ideas for other kinds of things that I can try to recreate, please leave a comment. Hey, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up to try to tell YouTube that other people also might like it. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos. Until next time, don't be bored, be creative.